Tonight on The Batch Boys, Peter is a very stupid man, and we are very smart boys. So listen up and listen well. It all starts right now. Welcome to The Batch Boys. We are boys who love The Batch. I'm Ryan S.
I'm Casey S.
I'm Jake C.
And Peter is an idiot.
And I'm Alex F.
And Peter's an idiot.
And Peter's an idiot.
Sorry, it was so much more important than you.
I agree.
Acknowledge how
And I'm
stupid Peter is.
single.
Damn, that's how much I was like waiting to jump on that.
Single
He is
and ready
single.
to Pringle.
He is single, and so will Peter be at the end of this.
Yeah,
because
there's
he's
no
a
way.
very, very stupid man.
Yes.
He will not bring her home.
Who could his mom be referring to? Is it
We all
Kelsey?
have theories.
It's got to be
Is
Maddie.
it Hannah?
Because he has sex with someone else and then she leaves.
That's a good
And
call.
sex
That's
is
a very
immoral.
accurate, easy call.
And if
Yeah.
there's anything The Bachelor has taught me in the last 2 years, it's that premarital sex is immoral and you should be broken up with if you have it.
Very true. Praise Christ.
Praise Christ. I think that The Bachelor has taught me so much about faith in the last few years. And the number one being that faith is about ultimatums. It's about holding someone to an erroneously high standard forced upon you by your parents and then dumping them if they can't meet it or are unwilling to.
That's about right.
Faith is war.
Yeah.
Faith is you versus me.
Love equals love, faith plus dreams.
We're not even like at this point in the season, and it's all I can think about. Because as much as I dislike Pee-Pee, Pilot Pete,
Petus.
it is, I dislike religious zealots even more. The fact that we're getting to another episode of the same thing. I was remarking to Alex F. earlier during this episode that it's just amazing that twice a year we get to this exact same point in the show where it's literally the same thing. The dads go, what are your intentions with my daughters? He goes, I'm love her. And he's like, well, I don't believe you. And then it happens 4 times. And then he proposes to one of them anyway.
Right.
It's just weird that nothing changes on this show.
Well, that's why they have to spice it up with all these bland Christians.
It's
Bland Christians
Not
and
even-
country music.
I could stand for bland Christians.
Spice it up with bland.
Sounds like a hot sauce, but it's really just like ketchup.
But
The brand Bland Christians.
bland Christian. I know bland Christians though.
Bland parenthood.
I like.
That is what it is to be raised religious.
Bland parenthood.
Yes, it is.
Sharp.
Yeah, did we just turn on a Frasier? What just happened here?
Yeah, sorry, all
Very
of our
high.
fans. If you are one of them, you too.
No, but this is what I'm saying is that I know bland Christians, and they're fine. The Bachelor finds like sour Christians. They find Christians with like a chip on their shoulder and like a holier than thou complex. It's like the specific kind of religious people that The Bachelor seems to fish for these days are the kind that are like the problems with religion, that like
Sure.
give religion a bad name.
Like Luke P.
Like Luke P.
That was a very bad example. I wouldn't say that they are at that level here.
But I would say that Maddie is quickly approaching big Luke P level. It's
The
basically
way
the same
she's
thing.
coming about it,
It's
though, is
different.
like because he was doing it for weeks, and he's like, "Oh, sex. He's bad for you, good for me," and just was like.
He was also kind of a hypocrite.
And he was possessive
Yes.
and controlling.
Well, and he's a misogynist,
And he was
but-
a gaslighter.
But Madison's thing is rooted in misogyny as well. It's rooted in the misogyny that her
That
dad
was
preyed upon
taught-
her.
yeah.
It was literally
She's so pure.
he laid her hands on his daughter as an infant and prayed for her future husband.
Yeah, that's
not for her future happiness,
That's strange.
not for her future career.
For her future husband.
What a freaking misogynist. And he acts like, it's the same thing as, what was it, T.I. saying he
Yeah.
goes to check that his daughter's hymen wasn't busted. It's like, how does that make,
Ryan,
how does that make you a good
he's
dad?
he's not a misogynist. He is a patriot. He cares about America. He wants us to be who we once were.
Yeah, the
Pure.
values that this country was founded upon.
Hymen
Yes.
checking.
Thank you. But yeah,
The founding fathers checked so much hymen.
I think they did. I think
They definitely did.
I'm like confident they did.
Yeah,
We
that's
need
why
to-
they left England. England was saying, "Hey, leave those hymens alone. It's none of your business.
so that's not your hymen. Leave that hymen
We'll
alone.
go across the sea
Yeah,
to whatever land finds us."
The hymens will roam free. ready to be checked.
Well, that was actually when
free, but not that free.
when the Pilgrims landed in America, they actually thought they were in a country called Hyman, and then they thought it was India. But then they eventually learned it was America. But that's a part of the story they leave out.
Yeah. Happy President's Day, by the way.
Happy President's Day.
This is a very historical episode.
Thank you, President.
Brought to you in honor of presidents.
This episode is sponsored by Presidents.
Good job, presidents.
So far, so
Thanks.
good.
Presidents, we are.
Nice.
Nice. That's a nice tribute. That's
Transition.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Precedence makes me think of precedence, and this show is just setting a weird precedent of the kind of people that need to be involved in it, and it's like, is it on the application that you have to like country music and know all the lyrics?
I think it's a requirement.
It's just part of their culture now. It's this like weird, like Instagram model-y, churchy, like, into Revolve, into like Hunter Hayes. This is who they
Do
are.
you think if they had a rapper come on, they would like get complaints
Yes.
from the Bible
100%.
Belt?
100%.
Yeah, we were saying during the show, if it was my season of The Bachelor, the special appearances would be like Rick Ross and Migos, and like
We could not get Migos on that show.
I bet they could.
Yeah, they'd be like, this
They
is
don't
the
have that
first
kind
time
of
in
money.
Bachelor history
You'll get
that
takeoff
Migos
and you'll
has
like
been on
it.
The Bachelor. That's sought after airtime.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that airtime.
Oh, yeah.
But I think you bring up a good point. Would the middle of America stand for it? Just as in, would they have stood for Mike?
This
who?
is a hard-hitting episode.
Well, I mean,
President's
screw it.
Day.
Yeah.
It's President's Day.
Precedence Day.
And
Yeah,
we're
this-
setting a new precedent.
This is President's Day on the Bash Boys.
the precedent is
Do
we're
we
a
have a
bunch of.
show title?
That's awesome.
Precedence
Day.
Oh, that's pretty good. I was going to
Nice.
open with Peter's an idiot. 'Cause
That's true,
what
too.
I kicked it off with. I just
He
like,
set that precedent pretty early, and he stuck
Yes.
to it.
No,
I
yeah,
think.
that's Peter's consistent to say the very least about him.
I remember saying what to multiple people he's not home on night one.
I screamed when he sent Kelsey home. I mean, listen, I got a soft spot for Crazy Victoria because I like a mean chick who doesn't let up. But
Especially when she's trying to wreck a marriage.
well,
Whoa.
allegedly,
Apparently, it's
according to Peter's ex-girlfriend, who I don't know why she blurred her face, but I think it was to hold out money for the Us Weekly edit, like write up.
Maybe she's ugly.
That's true.
yeah. What if Peter's like blur her face? Please blur her face.
I don't want people to know I used to date that.
I'm just saying, maybe she's ugly.
Nah, that's fair. We didn't explore that.
Yeah. That's very,
He turns to the
very,
camera right after. He's like, "You're gonna blur that, right?"
That's my best take of the night.
that's a very good call. Very
Thank
good
you very
take.
much.
Speaking of hard
I wouldn't put it
hitting, yeah.
past them.
No, not at all.
Anyways.
My expectations are underground at this point for him. So
Yeah, I just don't understand like how between Kelsey and Victoria. I mean, he just wants that fantasy suite. He
That's
just
all
wants
it
that
is.
fantasy
Yeah.
suite with Victoria.
And
And
as
he's-
soon as Madison was like, hey, by the way, I don't do sex, he's like, oops.
Yeah.
Should have kept Kelsey.
100%. I
I thought she had told him that already, though.
No,
she said
and
that's
she
another
said that's
shit,
what
saving
this is
herself
all
for
about.
marriage before. I think she had said that before, though.
I don't think so.
In
She
a previous
might have
date, when
mentioned
she was
it,
talking
like,
about
once.
how close she is with her faith.
Yeah, I don't think she's explicitly said it, though. And I
But-
think the bigger issue is she tells him he can't with the others.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Body control, shaming. You know, she grew up in a controlling Christian household, and that's what Ryan, I think, was getting after earlier, which is one of the, the toxic parts of that house is that the dad is just like, she's so
As your dad
pure.
and your brother, you're very pure.
I love keeping you pure for me.
your brother.
Yeah, like
Your brother, dad.
no, she that's the thing about Madison that actually makes me sad is that she
Sadison.
believes that her like faith
Nice.
and her views and her like virginity even are her choice. But they were grained into her from her freaking parents from day one, from when he literally prayed over her body. Like that is she's brainwashed. I truly believe she is. And maybe she is happy with her, I'm sure she's happy with the life she has, but also like I think she was born into it. I don't think she discovered her own faith. I think it
true.
was shoved down her throat, and now she acts like it's her decision, and I don't think it ever was.
It's true. See, the only thing I want praying over my body is the vultures when I'm dead.
Amen, brother. I heard that.
When I die, I leave my body out in the desert to rot.
No, not the desert. The middle of the street. Just put me at an intersection and get some vultures from the zoo
That's my
to
last.
pick me apart.
That is my dying wish. Just throw me in with some.
And then when the vultures are done, spread the rest of me over like another intersection. Just spread me out.
And don't bother the cremation process. Just the
Spread me.
just the body.
spread me out.
Well, the vultures will do that
Yeah,
for
just
you.
rub me like butter against the pavement until I'm just loosely ground. You know,
Give all the neighborhood kids a butter knife.
an easy, honored death.
Yes. Yeah.
For all to see.
Pure.
It's the purest death I can think of.
You know,
Yeah.
Bachelor stuff.
Praise Christ.
But yeah, no, very sad for her, but whatever. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, shake her and be like, "Hey, have sex. It's your choice."
It's
Too-
not about
it's too
sex.
late.
It's not
It's
about
not
the
about-
sex.
Yeah, it's
Thank you, Ryan.
It
Yeah,
is
it-
for Peter.
Yes.
It's the only reason Victoria's there.
Yeah,
I'm convinced that's the only reason she's there.
I just think if you're going to impose your morals on someone in a way that you're literally going to try to control the choices they're allowed to make, at least like make sure they're your own morals before you go
Yeah.
spreading them to the world.
well, I think they are her
I
own, but
suppose. I think it's tough just because like I'm sure the other morals that she had ingrained in her from birth was like be charitable and kind and giving and thoughtful.
You'd think.
And you'd think.
No,
and
you would
we,
think.
And we haven't seen anything to say that's not true. But who knows? It's very hard to generalize. But when you see a dad like that,
not
who's
that hard.
definitely guilty of witchcraft.
you know what the Bible says about witchcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Thou
that's a
shalt
huge
not
hypocrite.
de-age yourself to look like a small boy.
I know, what a sinner.
Her dad's the biggest hypocrite we've ever seen on this show.
That's very true.
Praises the Lord, but uses witchcraft.
That guy doesn't look like he should be able to coach a basketball team. He doesn't look like he knows how to play basketball.
No, he looks like he's never touched a basketball. More like a
Go
Yu-Gi-Oh
War
card
Eagle.
kind of guy. Dead air.
There's some
Yes.
other girls, I think.
Yeah, this was hometown week, right? So who else had
Hannah
family?
Ann.
Hannah.
Hannah Ann, that's right.
Hannah Ann.
He finally got her to say that she loved him twice.
He begged
Success, that's a win
I
for
don't
Pete.
remember anything about that day.
Yeah, I don't either.
her. He begged and pleaded, "Oh, won't you please throw some axe at
Please
me
cry.
and then tell me you love me
Please
twice."
cry. He's like always seeking this weird validation that I don't know.
Come here.
Well,
he,
what
he's like he like gets uncomfortable if the girl's like not distraught or crying over the
well,
relationship.
he's just
or
taking
otherwise
this
he doesn't
so
think,
seriously,
Yeah.
and you can tell in the conversation he had with Victoria, as well as the conversation he had with the blur face ex of his. It's just he's like, you know how serious this could be, right? You know what you're saying isn't just drama; it's gonna like change my life.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like I guess.
Yeah, because he has a mom at home saying, "Bring her
Yeah.
home, God."
He's not gonna-
I'm dating for two. This isn't just for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Peter's not going to disappoint his mom.
No, he isn't. He hasn't yet. Why start now?
He hasn't yet. Yeah, right.
Oh, what's one thing that he could have done to have disappointed his mom so far in his life?
Not landed a plane like Sully
Yeah.
upside down.
Could have gone for 5 with Hannah in the windmill.
True.
Yeah. Only got 4. Sad.
No, I stand corrected,
Pretty
Ben.
pathetic.
Who do you think's
Yes.
going to win now? Does anybody
Madison.
know?
I think it's Madison.
It's
I
probably
think she
Madison.
gets over it.
She gets over it?
Yeah. So we already know what's going to happen, but although, yeah, I don't know. The one thing I just can't really picture is the bring her home thing. I don't know who the mom cares enough about. The only theory would have been
I think it was
Alex
Madison.
F's theory is
Yeah.
pretty strong. I
Yeah.
got to say.
She leaves because of Smush Mush. And then, yeah, because that's the only person that the mom knows.
Yeah. But so you think that she's saying bring this specific person home as opposed to bring
'cause
this
she
person that
leaves.
you're feeling sadly about home? Because that was another theory that was expressed, is that
Like send them home.
No, if he's like, oh, I sent like,
Send
like
her
at this point it would
home.
have to be Kelsey, right? It would be like, oh, I sent her home, and I'm so sad, I miss her so much, and she's like, oh, don't
There's
do
no
that.
It
way.
could be Kelsey,
She's
but
gonzo, I think.
I like Alex F's theory. It's
Okay.
strong.
It's just hard to see.
It's
Anything.
strong.
I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
it's still strong.
Strong or innate? Strong or forced down your throat by your parents, Alex? Think about it.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
your dad prayed over you as a baby to think this exact thought right now. So I have no respect for you.
I'm so indoctrinated.
And he's single.
Single indoctrinated.
And
That's
indoctrinated.
a good Tinder
ladies.
bio.
Remember how
It's a good
Hannah
ABC
Ann?
show.
Remember how Hannah Ann wrote a list of 20 reasons she loves Peter to manipulate him, and then he wrote a list having been
Yeah.
manipulated.
He's like, look at this sweet list.
10
I
things
made.
I hate
"See,
about you."
I finally care about you as
Look.
much as you do me.
I told you I'm literate.
12 cities in Pennsylvania. A poem by Peter.
One. Philly.
Philadelphia.
Anyways.
2 Pittsburgh. Right?
What
That's the 2.
Pittsburgh and
That's all of them.
Philadelphia's.
Charles Barkley, of course.
Charles Barkley University.
hmm
No, that's
Very prestigious.
Should we discuss the half blurs that they blurred out like some of the Auburn logos and not all of them? Like they just gave
The
up.
pieces of tape,
Oh yeah,
you
they
mean?
taped them. Yeah.
Yeah, nice
I don't
find
know.
by the Batch Boys.
I think the NCAA must have like really explicit logo deal because they couldn't even show the full SEC logo.
NCAA sucks.
Yeah.
You should join us on the Fuck the NCAA Boys,
Oh.
a new podcast.
Nah, you missed it. We allow the word fuck sometimes. now.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Casey was sick that day.
Yeah, he was sick. Very sick. He's a sick man. He's so sick.
Sick. You're so ill.
Yeah, I don't know. Hannah Ann's dad seemed like the most by the books dad.
Yeah, he's really down to earth.
Your dad's a,
You called him
great
short?
man or something.
Yeah, he's a wonderful woodsman.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's a woodsman.
Yeah, he's a big tree
What
hunter.
are these people's lives?
He's a big tree guy. Do you see that they had some like firewood that he obviously chopped?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, big wood guy.
I mean, she made him chop wood as a test.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's weird. Their whole family's about wood.
Yeah.
They all want to date their dads.
that is true. That was something from the first episode of this season that we had pointed out, and I had forgotten about it until they all saw their pops. Their collective popses tonight.
I feel like that's a thing amongst religious girls,
Oh yeah.
right? Like
Well,
because
you need to love
like
God,
their dad.
and what's the closest thing to God is dad.
Well, again,
It's-
in the
they're-
patriarchy,
they're spelled
yes.
the same way, forwards and backwards.
Dog and God.
and dad.
God is just dad backwards. I have that tattoo on my chest.
God is just dad backwards.
So yeah, it goes without saying that these women love their dads.
Yeah,
And that's what you want. That's what we here in the Bachelor Nation
that's
want.
what you want.
except
Mhm.
Kelsey. But I guess that's why he didn't have a role model that he could just assume the form of.
Well,
with
there was
her,
Uncle
so That's
Dad.
why.
Uncle dad.
Hey,
there's
Uncle Dad.
there's brother dad and there's uncle dad.
And they're tied together with duct tape.
Yeah, Hannah Ann was the only one with a real dad. Because Victoria had a granny dad.
Yes.
Grandpa dad.
Yeah, everyone was so mean to
That's
her grandma
so
in
funny.
that. After the
Shut up,
credits.
you old bat.
It was
Yeah,
so funny.
Nobody wants to be kissed by grandma. You just have to kiss him, and he has to turn around and wipe it off his face.
She just sat there and took it.
She did. She was just kind of trying to laugh it off, but it went for the
Where's
duration of
Peter?
the credits.
She's like, just give me something for a pain and let me die.
So, they're coming in anytime soon.
Yeah, they literally just waited there for so long.
Oh, Peter's taking forever. Let's roast grandma again.
Yeah.
That was so stupid. I mean, I do agree a little bit with Victoria's larger point that, like, it is always something with Peter. And I get that this was just brought to his attention and like he didn't have another opportunity to talk about it, but it is like every time it's like, hey, like another girl told me that like
he
this
loves the
hearsay,
drama.
like can you elaborate or like defend yourself? And then, that's their one-on-one date that they were supposed to have, and it's ruined because he was in a weird mood.
But that never happens with the ones that you want to win. That's really only with the trash people that have like the trash dates. Like there wasn't a whole lot of that drama. Kelsey a little bit with like her and Hannah Ann fighting thing. Hannah Ann I don't think has. Kelly certainly didn't. Who was my pick, and she's gone now, so very sad.
Rip.
There was some like drama with like Cassie and Kaylin. Not that I like wanted them to win, but like they were like there was drama. I do feel like there is a lot of like. I feel like you see fights, like quote unquote fights between the winning couples often. I often note that it seems to be a hallmark of like defining a relationship is like overcoming like a consternation within the context of The Bachelor. I see like, the couples that go the distance tend to have some conflict along the way.
I think the thing with Victoria, though, is that all of her conflicts are external to the show. It's not like, oh, you've been fighting in the house with someone. It's like, oh, you've been breaking up marriages in your free time.
Right.
Well, that was just this week.
Well, yeah, but that's what we're talking
Rice
about.
thing.
No, but I'm talking about like I'm saying the larger picture specifically. It is like always something with Peter.
Well, I mean, it's always something, especially with her, she being the one that she's saying it, because every drama has been curated for that. Like other characters on this show haven't been curated towards drama because they themselves are not.
The Chase Rice thing was entirely of her doing. Like it was not a big deal until she made it a big deal.
Right.
And cried about it. And so.
Why you cry about it?
Yeah, cry about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's stinky. I don't like her.
Mm-hmm. Good. Her for Bachelorette, though.
It's funny that Colton and Cassie's big fight was just that Cassie didn't actually like him at all.
Yeah.
He's like, Cassie, why?
But I'm
And she's
picking
like,
you.
Because I don't want
I'm
it.
picking you.
I want you.
Yeah, Cassie, it's you. And she's like, no, it shouldn't be me.
I'm shocked that they're still together.
She's just waiting for the publicity to die down, and then she'll dump him.
She'll yeet him.
Yes.
R.I.P. Chris and Crystal. Jesus, talk about a mysterious ending.
Yeah, F.
That is weird that he's just like disappeared off social media.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody
yikes.
knows what happened.
He's dead now.
I
shark
think he
attack.
must have done something.
Shark attack.
He must have like
He's
freaked
just
out.
fucking
The shark
dead.
deleted his Instagram.
Shark ate my phone.
I'm so sorry, everyone. The shark ate my phone. I'm dead.
You know what shark blood does? It makes all you unfollow everything.
Crystal's like, you're nothing without your phone.
So sad. You hate to see it.
Hate to see it happen to someone as great as him.
Yeah, the goose rip. Yeah, I wonder. I hope something comes out there. He had to have done something.
Spill the tea, Sith. Aren't they
I'd
married?
like them to. Yeah, they're the first Bachelor Nation divorce.
Really?
Yeah, the first couple to have gotten married
Ooh,
and then
interesting.
divorce.
Good for them.
Good
That's
for them.
that's
That's like-
history.
Speak-
That's
Speaking
very them.
yeah.
Speaking of setting precedent, though,
Yeah.
I think
Precedence
Chris Harrison
Day.
must be freaking out because I think that sets a precedent. None of these couples were allowed to get divorced now. Now the floodgates are open. Who do you think would be next to get divorced?
Carly and Evan.
I was thinking that too. I think it's the Paradise couples, honestly.
Jade and Tanner.
Maybe. You were anti Jade and Tanner for a long time.
Yeah, because they're scum.
You only
Why?
think
'Cause
that
they
now
cheat at
because they
fantasy
cheated.
football?
Yeah.
That's why they're scum?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were kidding. That's a terrible reason.
Cheaters.
He's kind of a scumbag
Yeah.
because he's a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, that's scum. That's gross.
You know, legit reasons.
Yeah, that's more of a legit reason than cheating in fantasy football for
Honestly,
millions of
in
dollars.
thinking about it right now, I think my entire stance on religion and it being ingrained into you and forcing it down other people's throats when you don't even realize it was forced into your own throat applies to your hometown sports allegiances.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes. You're like, this is my team.
Only
when, like,
in choice of
because you were
team.
born there.
Only
And
in choice of team, but not in like love for the
yeah,
sport.
but you can't preach it as like correct schools of thought when it's literally geographic chance that you even like them in the first place.
I mean,
Nailed it. Done. Moving on. Kelsey.
Kelsey? Did you
I
say
don't know.
Kelsey?
Yeah.
I thought it was Chelsea.
Yes.
It wasn't
It
Kelso.
wasn't Chelsea.
Dr. Kelso.
Dr. Kelso.
So let's talk about Kramer's hometown.
What happened in her hometown? Her family seemed normal.
Kelsey?
Yeah.
And blonde.
Man, she
Yeah.
said she loved him.
Very blonde.
They mashed some grapes with their feet.
Squashed them.
They squashed them up and they made a nice
Foot
bottle
wine.
of wine
They
called
made-
wine.
Mason that made a nice Subway sandwich
Yeah,
out of
that-
those grapes.
That's what really like finally hit the nail in that Peter's an idiot. And honestly, Kelsey, in that moment, that's my worst thing is when you're given an opportunity to be creative and then you say no, you do it. Like he was
Yeah.
like, "What should we name our wine?" And Kelsey goes, "I don't know, you pick." And I was,
Yeah.
and then he just goes, "How about just wine?" And I'm like, "You two are the worst kind of people."
They're bland.
That's
They're
There's,
blend.
there's only one step
Will
worse
they
than
blend?
that.
yeah, all those two have to do is go into a frickin' church together, and they're on my ish list. We've said too many curses already. We only get a few.
Yeah. Otherwise, this episode only airs at night. And we know that you boys don't have school at night. No night school for you. Not yet.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Um,
Someday, you boys.
Might have night school.
Look at that
Yeah,
night school.
The dates outside of the Auburn date.
Oh, night school.
Wait, we gotta talk about night school
We're
for
talking
a
about
minute.
night school? All right.
I was so scared of having night school as a kid.
I
Were
was
you
too.
guys scared of night school?
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean they have school at night?
Yeah, I thought that might be a thing that
That sounds like a
happens for bad
travesty.
people,
Yeah.
like jail. And
Like,
night
oh,
school,
what if I
or
do bad in
quicksand.
school? I'll have to go to night school.
night school, or you go to school in the morning, you go home, and then you go back to school. Sounds terrible.
That was the spookiest thing ever.
Was that like really your perception of night school? Because
Yes.
our perception,
That's totally mine too.
our perception of night school was like, "Ha, that'll never happen to us. Those are just the rat juvenile delinquents."
But I was like, what if I go down that path?
You're
Yeah,
such a
I
weenie.
wasn't sure.
Alex in high school is like, "What if I go down the wrong path?"
What if I smoke that blunt?
Alex just looking. I can picture like 16-year-old Alex F. at his locker. He's got a picture of himself, his third grade class photo. He's like, "Don't worry, you are so pure. I will protect you."
You have not changed.
Everyone else is changing, but I'm still who I am.
I'm just a little boy.
Everybody's balls are dropping.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the mom is talking about because I can't imagine it's any of these four girls.
Madison.
It's Madison.
Bring her home.
Yeah, because Peter's gonna be like, "I screwed up. I porked Victoria," and Madison dumped me.
Yeah, I porked her.
I porked her good, and
And she's like, "Can you do it again? Bring her home."
He describes it in such detail.
Yeah,
like,
he's
she's like, I need to see this.
bring her home to us.
God placed her there for you. Bring her home.
I know that adds like different. Again, I bet Peter's parents probably want Peter to have more religion, and that's why when he's like,
Maybe.
Madison broke up with me because of her faith, she's like, "See, God wants her for you."
Yeah, maybe his mom shames him for having sex.
Face
when
shame,
he's
face
like,
shame.
She told me not to, and I did it anyway.
No,
And
they
then
were
she-
cheering. Remember at the Hannah season, the reunion?
Yeah, but-
like they're like, yeah, we smashed, and they're like, yeah,
Yeah, but now I mean, like, when he tells her she gave me an ultimatum, I
Now that God
didn't
is all of a
follow
sudden
through
important.
with it, and she's like, "Oh no, how could you? Like, it wasn't the good thing to do. Bring her home, make it right." And so she's like shaming him for doing it, even though that is something that he should be ashamed of.
Or-
because he was given an ultimatum. What are you going to not do it?
Or she's telling him you need
Is that a dare?
Literally, honestly, an ultimatum might as well be a dare.
Yeah.
She was actually just telling him to go watch The Martian.
Bring her home.
Please bring her home.
No, he wanted her. She wanted him to go pick up the Joaquin Phoenix movie, Her, from the Red Box. Bring her home to us. Bring her home.
I haven't seen it. Bring her home.
Peter, bring her
God
home.
placed her in the red box.
But then
We
you
who-
do
see?
that all season. It's just all about a DVD.
the thing is, they could.
Then
Like,
they
that-
would.
that- that is- that is-
player.
That is as likely a scenario as anything else right now, with the way that they're able to edit these seasons now.
Bring her scones.
Hugh did this. I'm not gonna tell you what movie that is because it's a spoiler. But what's her
Pay
name?
her loans.
The desert. Who's in the desert? That's a different thing, right? There's the mom saying bring her home, and there's we just learned this for the first time.
I'll bet it's after. I bet he goes home after. Like, because the last multiple seasons have had post rose ceremony content.
Staged post rose
I'll
ceremony
bet this
content.
is also post rose ceremony content.
Well, but it's like it's set up for something.
No.
Like,
Yeah, the
Ooh, that's
proposal
nice.
happens first,
And Madison
then-
bails.
yeah.
And Madison bails.
and then
he-
afterwards he like goes to his parents,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Bring her here."
Yeah.
Oh, so you think the desert comes before?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
Now I do.
He goes back to War Eagle, Alabama to go bring her home.
Yes.
Yeah. Hangs out with the
You
dad.
gotta get out of
brother.
this shithole.
He has a one-on-one with Charles Barkley just to apologize and ask for his blessing and taking Madison back.
Please, Charles.
Yeah,
How I know you're gonna be pure?
he gets
Oh boy,
he gets
that's him. It's like he was here.
he gets Chase Rice and Hunter
That's
Hayes to
ridiculous.
team up for a rooftop show in on Auburn's
Ooh,
gymnasium.
That'd be so cool. Can you imagine turning the corner and seeing Luke who
Robert
was it?
Hayes.
Robert Hayes.
It's just beautiful.
Robbie.
Beautiful Squidward up touring his EP.
Singer-songwriter Robert Hayes. It's just like a really gaunt Robbie with tattoos.
Help.
He's moved to California to pursue his music career. It isn't going well.
Help.
He's living in the arts district inside a tiny like broom closet on the 6th floor of
And
a
he's in
high.
a
addicted to
two-man
heroin.
band with Charles Barkley.
If there was ever a
They're
time
the new
to pray,
Gnarls Barkley.
it's now.
I'm Gnarls and this is Barkley.
I'd see it.
Yeah, if there was ever a time to pray, it's now. It's to pray for this to
If
come
there's
to
ever a
we
time
fruition.
to
should've-
plug, it's now too.
We should have prayed before we had
Mm.
this podcast together.
Yeah.
That was our mistake.
Christ knows.
He knows. Yeah, it goes without saying.
Surprise plug. Check out the Bible. It's a fantastic book. Lots of good
It was on
lessons in
Oprah's,
there.
$49.99
book
at any
list.
bookstore.
It's inventive. It's got a lot of good short stories.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah.
little risque.
It comes in all different kinds of languages.
And there's murder, and it's pretty gory in the end of
Yeah.
the first half.
It's
Or
not
second
very
half?
believable,
Second half.
unfortunately. It's sort of a fantasy novel, so it's not for people who are
There is
into
some butt
realism.
sex in it too.
It ends on a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah, but they don't
though,
like
so-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge cliffhanger. A real what if. You
Can't wait
Yeah.
for the next book.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling needs to hurry up.
Not George R.R. Martin. It's J.K. Rowling.
Nice. And then the Batch Boys.
Don't undermine me.
So be sure to check out the Bible, and then check out the Batch Boys on Instagram at the Batch Boys, Facebook.com/Batch Boys, www.batchboys.net for season-long updates, because we do it all season long. And donate money to us at the former Fahim page. I think it might still be batchboys.com/Fahim.net.
Oh God, dude.
We don't
was
want the
close.
.com. Long story.
Never asked for it.
Never
Never
wanted
did.
it. Never will. .net/Fahim. Just click the tab that says money. Give us money. It's coming in troves. We're practically swimming around in it. I mean, and we're going to spend it on something smart. It's going to go to the website. It all goes to the site.
Yeah, it's so expensive. I don't know if you guys have websites, but it's bleeding us dry. It's like,
Annually.
yeah, we need your cash to keep
Our
this going.
website landlord's breaking our kneecaps over this.
Yeah,
He's got a baby to feed.
but yeah, please produce us.
Yeah, produce us. #produce us and # submit your spit.
Should we put Daniel B back on the boys page just at the bottom and just have just the title and it says website landlord?
AKA executive producer.
Yes,
Live from Singapore.
that is just what a producer is, right? He's
Yeah.
a website landlord. I love
Is
that.
a loan shark.
We'll give him a little handlebar mustache.
A loan shark with no leverage because they can't do anything if they don't get their money back.
It's true.
True. Very true.
That's art, baby.
Hollywood.
Same with you, Batch Boys Nation. So donate money.
Yeah. We'll even put a link up there for where to buy a Bible. So since I was part of our
They're pretty hard to
plugs.
find.
Yeah, but
Just for you. You're welcome. Every proceed of a Bible comes to
Yeah,
us.
if you want to buy a Bible, just go ahead and go to batchboys.net/Fahim. Go ahead and donate money to us. We'll send you your Bible.
Yeah, send us an address. We'll send you a signed Bible.
honestly,
The Batch Boys will sign a Bible and send it to you.
first one in the Batch Boys Nation to send enough money for a Bible and shipping. We'll sign a Bible, buy it, send it to you. It's over.
Yeah.
So hashtag that's a surprise
Hashtag
plug.
sign that Bible.
And with that, I'm Ryan S.
I'm Casey S.
I'm Jake C.
I'm Alex F.
And what a week. It's really flown by. We're at
Mhm.
hometowns. Next week he's going to pork 3 of them. 2 of them.
Two of them.
Two of them. At least one of them.
It'll set a new precedence day.
He's going to do one. He's going to do one for sure.
And it's going to be Victoria.
It's going to be Victoria. He's going to put Victoria first.
Then he's going to kick her to the curb.
Do you think Victoria will wait until after he proposes to one of them to do it?
She comes walking
Nice.
in.
She's in
Peter,
a desert.
wait.
There's something we just found out we've never heard of. Victoria's here. She just likes to have sex with married guys.
She said she heard you're
She
engaged.
found your Rumor has it Peter's engaged.
Little bird told her.
An ex-girlfriend of yours told her.
That ugly one.
Don't worry, we blurred her face.
And that's a recap of the episode you just listened to. Thanks, guys.
That's full circle. Good night.